I've always thought Pokemon Go would be a great couples game, but after yesterday, I'm not sure if I would suggest that so fast anymore. Because not every time you come and do one of these events will both of you be leaving equally as happy. I think one of you might end up being a little bit more jealous of the other. And that's what I want to talk about. Yesterday was Hisuian Decidueye Raid Day, and I had my friend, I'm gonna call him Jim for this, hit me up and asked if we were gonna do Hisuian Raid Day. I told him yes, and we set the time and where to meet. Jim had brought his girlfriend along, who first time I met her, we're gonna call her Erica. Erica, I think, was level 27, so obviously Jim had been getting Erica into Pokemon Go, but she's still an overall newer player. And they were there to do the free raids that you're able to do. I think it was up to 8 raids, but there's a problem with the number 8. The Pokemon that everyone wanted was only a 1 in 10 chance to be shiny. So doing 8 raids does not actually give you your 10 full chances. So you have to get lucky. And for Erica, that wasn't a problem. On like raid number 4 or 5, Erica got a shiny, but Jim still hadn't gotten any. But I mean, like, hey, if you're in Jim's shoes, you know, you're trying to get her into the game, the newer person getting a shiny is probably better than you of getting a shiny because you want them to be happy. I don't know if Jim was okay with the next part though. While we were doing this raid day, the Lunar Festival event was still going on, and there were a lot of really good shinies in the wild available. But not all the shinies were equal. Someone mentioned that they wanted like a shiny Dratini. Then you have a couple people say, oh, that's cool. Or a shiny Bagon. It's like, oh yeah, that'd be cool to have. If someone mentioned they wanted a shiny Tyrant, all of a sudden everyone's ears peaked up. And it was, oh yeah, shiny Tyrant, that would be awesome. Everyone clearly wanted a shiny Tyrant above all the other shinies in the wild. And well, wouldn't you know it, who got a shiny Tyrant? Erica got a shiny Tyrant. But once again, if you're Jim, you're just happy that she's having a good time. You still have several more raids to try to get your own shiny. So you do another Decidueye raid, and yours is just normal again. And this time, Erica's isn't shiny, but you recognize that that number on her screen is higher than normal. Number was 2063. And you know from talking to the rest of the group playing that the highest anyone has seen was a 2060. And now you're looking at the one on Erica's screen and you're telling her that this might be perfect. You know? So now she's gotten a shiny, and if she catches this, she might have a perfect, which is the best you can do other than having a perfect shiny. So you take the phone from Erica and you help make sure that she catches this thing. And voila, once you caught it, you realize it's not quite 100. It's a 15, 14, 15. But in our world, we take those and they're damn near close enough to be 100. We still have a couple more raids to do. It's not over. You just start talking to the rest of the group about it. They start bringing it up a couple times that she's getting so lucky. You know, maybe it is starting to just get it a little bit underneath your skin that you haven't got nothing while she's gotten these 3 amazing things so far. So you actually mentioned that you're lucky friends with someone else in the group. That happened to be me. When I traded Jim gave me a shiny Chansey. When it came to me, it became a lucky 15, 15, 14. Basically a Shundo. Whereas the one I had sent Jim was like a 12, 12, 12 charge bug. So, I mean, I think Jim was going to use it and put it into Pokemon Home. So if you're Jim's perspective, it's okay. You can still take it into the games, evolve it into your Vikavolt, and have a good time. But anyway, you have one more raid left, and you're out of passes. So you do the raid, and you're really, really hoping that this one is going to be your shiny. But alas, it's not. Luckily, I say luckily because I think at this point in your head you are thinking luckily, Erica didn't get a second one. And if she had a second one, you could try trading it, but you're just happy that she didn't even get even more lucky. Everyone else in the group is already telling her that she needs to go buy a lottery ticket. But with that final raid does come the end of Jim's story. So Jim left with a kind of crappy charger bug, but his girlfriend had an amazing experience. And so I think they both went home happy, but I would be a little jealous if I was Jim, I'm not gonna lie. So the other story, we're gonna name this person Jane. And so me and my family, plus Jane and her family, we all bought the ticket. And the ticket gives you 8 more additional raids. And we, because of our chances, should all expect to get a shiny. And throughout the time, it was happening. I got my shiny Decidueye first. Jane's boyfriend got his. He actually got 2. And then my mom ended up getting 1. But Jane never got 1. And we were coming up to the last free raid pass that we had. And everyone was just honestly just hoping Jane would get 1. We didn't need anyone else getting 1 anymore. Everyone else was already happy, satisfied. So we all do this last raid and we all just try to give our shiny luck to Jane as much as possible. And then something that barely ever has happened, maybe it's only ever happened once before happened. I look at my phone and I got a shiny. And my immediate reaction is to be quiet. I don't want to let Jane know in case she didn't get 1. If I was the only person, I didn't want to rub any salt in a wound. But then I look over to my left and I see my mom has 1. And then I look behind me in my back seat where my dad's being quiet and I ask him if he has 1, and he actually does. And so I have to blurt out. I tell Jane, I'm like, I'm sorry, but every single person in this car just got a shiny. And then this is when Jane's boyfriend says, I got a shiny too. So Jade was the only person in the last raid who did not get a shiny. 4 out of 5 of us who did the raid got a shiny. And that is just some powerful, unfortunate luck. It actually was enough to where we were gonna end there, but after that happened, we all had to do 1 more and pay the extra $1 to do the pass. Unfortunately, that time it wasn't worth it. Nobody got a shiny from the last one. But yeah, Jane left without having a shiny, and on the last raid, we all got shinies instead of her. Now, her boyfriend does have 3 shinies, and I'm sure eventually one of them will go to Jane, but when that point was brought up to Jane, Jane was like, I don't care, it's not the same. And I have to agree with her. It's much better to get it for yourself than to have it traded from someone else. But it's nice that that's an option for her. But anyway, those are the moments that really stood out to me for my Decidueye day. I didn't record enough footage for it to be a vlog because I don't want to force anyone that I'm playing with to be on camera. And on a day like that, I couldn't get footage just by myself. So hopefully you found this entertaining, and I'll see you in another video.